There are many reasons why some people just don't grow muscle, whether it's improper training to lack of nutrition. There are many reasons why you're not getting muscle, but in this video, we're going to focus on 5 categories that are the reasons, or that are the main reasons to why you're not getting muscle. What's up, guys? My name is Garrett. I'm 17 years old and I run this Defying Fitness YouTube channel. And if you're new here, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Also, smash the like button for this video. It's going to be an awesome video. I hope you guys really enjoy it. I put a bunch of time and kind of work into it all. Just a little heads up for it. We have the links. I'll put the links in the bottom of the description so that you guys can go check it out and double fact check me if you want to. But yeah, with that, we're going to get right rolling into this. Our first important reason why you're not gaining muscle is probably because your protein intake is low. Muscle growth occurs whenever the body has the nutrients it needs to grow. Thus, you need to eat more protein in order for your muscles to grow, because your muscles are made of amino acids, which is just protein. So for an example, I personally recommend 1 to 1.5 grams per pound of body weight. So I weigh 225 pounds, so I need to be eating roughly 225 grams of protein a day in order for my body to go through protein synthesis while I rest. So that's just kind of something important just to kind of put out there in the beginning. In a study by Dietary Protein and Muscle Mass, clearly states that over the past 2 decades, the potential muscle-related benefits achieved by consuming higher protein diets have become increasingly clear. Thus, eating more protein, meaning eating 1 to 1.5 grams per pound of body weight, is the ideal factor when trying to grow muscle. Just to basically kind of summarize all that, kind of the facts there, the reason why you're not growing muscle is most likely due to lack of protein intake. So one thing that's really important is that you're consuming enough protein. You're eating enough chicken, beef, rice, eggs, kind of the whole things that stack on protein, whether it's through protein powders, protein drinks, whatever really you need, but you just need to make sure that your protein intake is high, close to the 1 to 1.5% body weight ratio thing that I've mentioned before. The second reason why you're not growing muscle in the gym is because you're not pushing yourself hard enough, or you're not physically putting the demand on your body that it needs to in order to grow. According to an article by Genesis Health Clubs, lifting heavy weights build muscles, but constantly upping the weight exhausts the body. The nervous system also needs to adjust to the new fiber muscle activation within the muscle. Lifting lighter weights with more reps in the muscle tissue and the nervous system, it gives the chance for the muscle tissue and the nervous system to break down and also recover, building the muscle density and muscle endurance. Thus, whenever the body's placed under a intense strain or under an intense weight, it kind of goes into this survival, really just a survival mode that makes the nervous system like cranks out muscle proteins and stuff like that. Thus, it builds muscles. So it doesn't matter if you lift heavy weights or you lift light weights, as long as that you're putting your body under an intense pressure and under an intense strain, and that you're getting maximal rest and recovery times in between sets and reps that you need in order to keep making sure that you're pushing that 90 to 100%. All right, our third topic for this of the 5 steps we have is you're taking too much time off the gym, which can lead to muscle atrophy. Now, I realize that as this whole quarantine period is kind of getting underway and slowly being lifted and gyms are slowly opening back up, it's still, you're obviously going to lose some muscle mass if you haven't been working out. Luckily for me, I have our dungeon basement thing, which if you haven't, go check out my previous videos beforehand. According to a study done by Trifecta Nutrition, with this really big dietary brand, one can lose muscle mass when cutting weight, while the body doesn't typically end up burning muscle mass if there's not enough nutrients going back to there's not enough carbs, fats, liquids, proteins, stuff like that, the body will burn muscle in order to keep the body functioning. Thus, if you're in a really low calorie deficit, your body is going to shred fat, which is good, but you're also going to lose a lot of muscle too. Muscle loss can be achieved through inactivity alone, through muscle atrophy. So basically, if you're not working out, or if you're not putting a strain of some sort on your muscles, whether it could literally just be going for walks, or say you're bedridden for an extended period amount of time, you're going to lose muscle mass because you haven't moved your muscles in a long time. You haven't put any sort of strain or anything like that onto the muscles. Thus, it makes you take step backs in your progress goals. So something can be a disease. I know some diseases, they can take down muscle mass and really lead to a lot of muscle atrophy, or an injury. Say I break my leg, I'm not able to do a lot of compound movements, I can't have like a specific leg day really. So I'll lose muscle mass in my legs if I end up breaking my leg or something like that. So basically, if you're taking too much time off from the gym, or too much time for physical activity, you will end up developing muscle atrophy, which will lead to a loss of muscle. All right, so now for our fourth reason, it's you're not getting enough sleep. Not getting enough sleep will always lead to a muscle mass loss. A growth hormone called HGH is called human growth hormone. It is one of the primary compounds that allows muscle to recover and grow. The bloodstream is flooded with this whenever the body is asleep. Thus, the body can recover faster, and the more muscle can grow when the body is asleep. So if you're getting like that 6-hour time period, that's not enough. You're gonna lack the muscle that you could have had if you got 8 to 10 hours. So, simple equation, sleep equals muscle growth. A study in 2011 examined how a sleep deprivation affected muscle gains and muscle recovery. The study followed individuals who were on a strict sleep schedule for about 72 hours. Now, during this time, one of the groups was only allowed 5.5 hours of sleep, and the other was allowed 8.5 hours of sleep. And all the individuals, they followed the same caloric regulated diet. So they all ate the same thing, just one group got 3 hours less of sleep, and the other group had 3 more hours of sleep. And due to the researchers, they discovered that all the individuals who only slept 5.5 hours, so the group that had less sleep, they had 60% less muscle mass at the end of the study. While those who had slept 8.5%, they had 40% more muscle mass compared to those. So that right there, that's just a huge eye-opener to me. You gotta get more sleep in order to get more muscle. So, simple equation again, sleep equals muscle growth. It's a very simple thing. So if you're staying up till 2 a.m. normally, knock that back. You at least need 8 to 10 hours of good, decent, solid sleep in order to rebuild muscle, so that your hormone called HGH, or human growth hormone, can really start kicking in and you can really start making those gains. Now, our fifth and final step, it actually has to do with vitamin D supplementation. I was shocked whenever I initially researched this, but vitamin D supplementation, it has been shown to increase muscle strength, particularly in those people who are vitamin D deficient. So the first step is knowing that if you're vitamin D deficient, increase your vitamin D, and that'll automatically boost your muscle strength and your muscle density and other sorts of things, because you're lacking that key ingredient. Higher levels of vitamin D are associated with a risk of injury rates and also improved sports performance. Vitamin D appears to play a role in muscle strength, injury presentation, and sports performance. Thus, if your vitamin D levels are low, that could be the reason why you're not being able to grow the muscle or do the physical activities that you want or need to. Overall, all these reasons, it could be a combination of them. It could be just kind of one sort of main thing that are the reasons why you're not growing muscle. But take into consideration all of these sorts of events and things like that. Really make sure that you're getting enough sleep, enough protein intake, your carbs are high. Every single kind of one of those things, it'll help you grow the muscle that you need. And you have to realize too that growing muscle takes time. It takes a long time to put on muscle and put on muscle mass and stuff like that. But by being consistent and slowly kind of implementing this stuff into your program, making sure that you're getting enough nutrients and enough sleep and enough rest is really important too. So just kind of like with the end of that, that was the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Kind of shorter. I liked doing research and stuff like that. I'll end up getting more upgrades and stuff like that with this whole thing so you guys can see it. And I'll end up putting more stuff up on the slides and stuff like that so you can see it too. But I just want to say thank you so much for watching this Science Explained video. If you really guys like this whole sort of series type deal thing, I'm considering about making a series of me just breaking down key things to grow muscle or to just kind of improve a lot of things. Let me know. Once again, I really enjoy this. So if you are new to this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and also hit that like button, please. It really helps me out with the channel and growing and everything like that. And also you guys can be a part of the family. So just thank you so much. Also, the support on this channel has been crazy lately. You know, I just started, it's only like really a month old, so I just want to say thank you guys so much for all the love and stuff like that you give me. It's really awesome to kind of know that I got a family behind me. So I will catch you guys in the next video. Make sure if you're new, like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you guys think of it. Thank you so much. Oh, real quick, also follow my socials too. They're down in the description too. Yeah, I post content on them daily, practically. So anyway, get ready for it. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day.